Hi, my name is Owen, and this is a video lesson on solving for x. In math, x is a variable, or an unknown value, that can be interchanged with other letters. You may be confused when you see a random letter instead of x, but they are the same thing. In math, x or any other letter always represents an unknown value. So now we are going to start with some problems. To get the idea, we're going to start with 2 plus x equals 8. So one strategy that I use is finding the difference between the two numbers to evaluate x. So to do that, we are subtracting 2 from 8. And with that, we get 6. So now we know that x equals 6. And we can check our answer by doing 2 plus 6 equals 8. And we know that that's right. So the answer is 6. To do the same in the multiplication, we are finding the missing number. For example, 2 times x equals 6. So another strategy is to do the problem backwards to find out what x is. So we know that 2 times something has to equal 6. So to do that, we're going to do 6 divided by 2. And with that, we get the answer 3. Now again, we can check our answer by putting that into the problem. So 2 times x, 3 equals 6. And that turns out to be correct. So we know that x is 3. Similar to addition, subtraction problems are mainly finding the difference between numbers. For example, x minus 6 equals 3. Once again, to simplify the problem and figure out what it is really asking helps us in the process. Doing this, we can figure out that it is asking something minus 6 equals 3. So again, we can do the problem backwards and add 6 to 3. With this, we get 9, and again, we can plug that into the equation. So 9 minus 6 equals 3. And that is correct. So we checked our answer by doing it backwards. Now that you understand the concept, we can move on to more complicated problems. Let's take m over 2 plus 30 equals 37. So the first step is breaking this problem into 2 halves. This helps me because I can look at it and see what parts go together. So we know that something plus 30 has to equal 37. So the difference between 30 and 37 is 7. So we now know that this half of the problem has to end up to equal 7. So what this part is asking is m divided by 2 equals 7. So again, we can do it backwards by doing 7 times 2, and we get 14. Now again, we can plug this into the equation and do 14 divided by 2 plus 30 equals 37. Sorry, I have to put the camera back. Sorry, Rick, you're recording.